So, the other day, D2 players finally got access to Wolfsbane, a new exotic heavy weapon / giant axe. And even though we currently only have access to one of the exotic catalysts right now, I figured I'd just kind of test the waters a little bit and see how the exotic feels at the moment. You know, does it feel terrible, acceptable, insane? You get the idea. So let me give you all a short breakdown starting now. Wolfsbane, at its core, is basically a sword that doesn't have the ability to block, which is kind of funny. One of the weapon traits straight up tells you, hey man, the axe can't block like how a sword can. Sorry about that. But the good news is, hey, you get free damage resist from being in combat for a short duration. Here's a quick little demo of that. I let Carl step on me in the firing range normally, and my health bar took about that much damage. Then I engaged in combat for a short duration, basically just carved him up a little bit with light attacks, then let him step on me again, and I took that much damage. So yeah, the DR ain't a ton, but it is there, which is cool. Also, just moments after Carl stepped on me that second time, if we go John Madden slow motion out here, you can see that my health bar kinda chunks up a little bit. That is on account of the nanites, which we can talk about right now. Intrinsic trait, light attacks generate sword energy and have the chance to spawn seeking quicksilver nanites that heal the wielder upon attaching. In a nutshell, while you're whacking away with the axe, you'll notice we have a meter in the bottom left-hand corner that slowly builds up. If you've taken damage for whatever reason, then yeah, every few attacks with the axe, you'll notice your health bar will get small chunks back here and there. Those would be the nanites giving you some free healing, which again is nice. Then you got Nano-assault. Quicksilver nanites that attach to the wielder charge the blade. Press and hold the reload button when fully charged to overclock the attached nanites, enhancing the blade's offensive capabilities. A lot of text going on in there. Why don't we take this one at a time? In short, after you swing away for a little bit, you'll eventually get a full nanite meter. When the nanite meter is full, hold down the reload button and you'll convert that meter into a 10-second timer. I know it says 9 seconds, but if you add the 1 extra second you get after the timer hits 0, it's a 10-second window total, trust me. But yeah, during that 10-second window, your light attacks will do 25% more damage. Doesn't matter if you're hitting a red bar, an orange bar, or a boss, 25% more damage. Your heavy attack, though, that is a different story. Normally, your heavy swing is basically a wave frame attack, meaning you'll hit the ground and launch a big wave of fire straight forward that can damage and go through enemies. Odd side note, by the way, the ground pound can be done even if your sword icon in the HUD is not at full charge. If it just has a little bit of charge, you can do the pound. That being said, though, you can't spam the ground pound. You have to wait for a little bit of charge to generate before you can do it. It's kind of weird. Anyway, when you've hit a full nanite meter, then you hold down the reload button. Now, when your heavy wave attack hits a target, it'll basically create a mini pyrogale fire tornado. The fire tornado will last for exactly 3 seconds and will damage the enemy repeatedly during that window of time, and a few small ticks afterwards too. By the way, because there are some small ticks of fire damage going on in that big heavy slam attack, I tried to see if Ember of Ashes, aka the fragment that gives you more scorch damage, had any effect on making Wolfsbane do more tick damage. And as it turns out, no, it doesn't. Same number of damage ticks and the amount of damage per tick did not change whether I had the fragment on or off. What are you gonna do? And how about 2 more fun facts real quick? Actually, I don't know, they ain't that fun. Why don't we maybe change that to somewhat interesting pieces of information? Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, 1, when your nanite meter is full and you hold down the reload button, you'll get 14 ammo back in your axe right away, which is nice, considering you're probably gonna waste a fair amount of ammo hacking away to get the damn nanite meter up in the first place. And 2, if you're in that 10-second window of extra damage, if you wait until the timer hits 0 and then do a final heavy swing at the buzzer, then when your axe re-enters regular meter mode, your meter will charge up way faster than normal right off the riff because the fire tornado is helping you build up that first part of the meter faster. Like I said, somewhat interesting for sure. So anyway, what kind of loose ranking are we to give the Wolfsbane axe right now? Here's my feelings in a nutshell. Every now and then in the game, there are situations where you may need hard-hitting sword DPS. I'll admit those situations are definitely rare, but again, they can happen. Also, damage metas come and go, and any regular exotic today can become insane tomorrow or vice versa. Queenbreaker was hard meta not too long ago, and now it's collecting dust in everybody's vault. By that logic alone, you may want to get Wolfsbane just in case. I will admit though, the exotic is fun to use, and the healing factor will also come in handy if you play solo a lot. But at the end of the day, it's still just a sword. Meaning unless there's a huge crazy DPS glitch we don't know about yet, or unless swords get some help in the form of either a crazy good artifact perk or a weapon buff, enough, it's likely that Wolfsbane will probably just be okay, and something you break out when you either want to hit something with a big axe for fun, or in a rare case where sword DPS is called for. I mean, for the love of God, look at Wolfsbane's current competition. You could either spend your exotic heavy slot on Wolfsbane, a pretty fun fire axe that takes a bit of time to ramp up to full power and requires you to get right up close to your target, or you could spend your exotic heavy slot on Finality's Augur, which, I don't know if you know this, but this little turret is in the prime of his freaking life right now. Does excellent in basically any PvE activity, and for the cost of just 3 heavy ammo, you can summon that little bastard to spew fire for 25 full seconds on any target you choose, while you just stand there and add onto the DPS pile by holding down M1 with the Rewind Rounds Mint Retrograde. To be fair to the big fire axe, we don't have its full potential unlocked just yet. We've only got access to the Attrition Orbs Catalyst right now, and in the future we'll have our pick between Relentless Strikes, which is a top shelf sword perk, Burning Ambition, which could potentially be interesting, and the brand new Subroutine Recursion, which could be really good from a survivability standpoint. But for right now, again, unless there's some kind of DPS glitch we don't know about, I think Wolfsbane is maybe situationally viable at best, or for those who just want to have fun with a new exotic, and I think that's what I was expecting. It's kind of rare that a new exotic comes in so hot that it burns the entire house down. But again, remember, any exotic can be born okay and turn into a monster in time. Just look at Finality's Augur. Leave a comment down below or come say hi on the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.